Hi there, my name's Vince from My Mate Vince, and in this video today it is Vince versus a double glazing window that doesn't open. Now, that wouldn't really be that much of a problem. Quite a few windows in this house never really get open, but this is, ta-da, a downstairs toilet, and there's no fans or anything in this room. So as you can imagine, this room has kind of been out of bounds because there's no way of removing the smell. Of course, if it was just me, everything smells of roses, but I don't live on my own. Anyway, I thought it might be easy enough. I thought it might be something to do with a handle, but it's not. Basically, what it is, I think this is going to be a complete nightmare. Hence the reason I've left it to the very end. If I undo this here, what happens is the middle bit is unlocked and that bit is unlocked. This bit is rock solid. So basically, it's got these bolts that when you lift this up here, it's like extra security that shoot down through here and shoot across through into here. So you're not just dealing with the lock in the middle, you're dealing with bolts that go into the frame on either side as well. Now, I have Googled it because I had no idea how I could possibly do this. The only thing I thought of was drilling a hole through here and physically moving the bolt across so I can open the window and then gain access to the mechanism to change it or try to fix it. Now, there's numerous different ways of doing things on other windows, but these windows have chute bolts that don't look like the other ones on YouTube. I think these might be called Saracen ones, and I think they're quite good quality. I think these windows were expensive. They were put in before I moved in. I don't like the colour of them, but they are, they are good. They are good glazing units. So the little techniques you use where you jam something down there and try to move the kind of thing along isn't going to work because there isn't nothing to move along. It's a bolt that goes right the way through here into the frame. So what am I going to do? I thought I would film it just to see. I don't know, I thought maybe it'd be quite entertaining. I mean, I might end up smashing the glass, I might have to completely change the unit. I really don't know what's going to happen, or will it just work by drilling through here and moving it across? Let me show you another window to show you what it should be like. Okay, so here we have another window here. This one's working fine. Now watch this. When the handle is down like that, can you see you've got these bolts that shoot out here? And when I move the handle, they go in. Yeah, and they locate into these things here, so it all looks very, very secure. So how am I going to? So what's happened is obviously one of these has kind of sheared off, and when I move this, it's not moving the bolt in and out. You can see there that moves there. You can see the bolt coming out there, and also there. So I wonder now if I could get something. Well, I'm not going to be able to get under there unless I could get something under there and move this along. So if I was to get something under this bit here, if I was to move that, because this moves, doesn't it, when that moves in here, because once I've got it open, I have access to it to possibly fix it, or even just angle grind that bit off, because it's still going to be locked here, it's still going to be locked here, so who cares if one side's broken? It's still going to be massively secure. So maybe I should see if I can get an Allen key in here, spin it, and then try to drag it along, but it would have to be done from the outside. I wonder, is that an option? Or I wonder, could I get it from the inside maybe? So it's got to go past here, through here, but into this bit here. Not sure. Now, just in case you've never seen my videos before, obviously I'm not an expert on this. I've never done anything to do with double glazing. I've never changed over a pane. I've changed over the handles on the inside if they fail, but that's the only thing I've ever done. Anyway, let's see on the 41 if we have room to get there from the outside. Right, so this is it here. Right, we definitely have a few millimetre movement there, but obviously nothing that side. I think that's going to be too tight. I think that might be too tight to get in, because that isn't going to have enough flex, I don't think, to allow anything to get in there. Let's have a look from the inside. Right, first things first, I'm just going to take off the handle, so it's just got like a little sticky cover plate on one side. Now it's in the open position, which is what I want. Here we go. Now, just a bit of background. I've already had the handle off before, looked inside here, couldn't see anything, and also I sprayed WD-40 in here, just in case it was something to do with a sticky mechanism, but it hasn't made any difference whatsoever. Now, I can't see anything in there. All I can see is basically like a square thing that the handle goes into to turn, and 2 holes for the actual bolts to go through. So I can't see anything that's going to make any difference there. So now, let's see if we can open up this at all. I've just got a few brackets and assortment of stuff. Let's see if there's any way that I can kind of pry it open a bit. See, if I could get an Allen key in, I might be able to turn it. The problem is, I haven't got enough room for the Allen key to go in. I'll try a smaller Allen key. Now that's in. Hope I don't smash the glass. I've got some mole grips here. Here we go. That's quite useful. Look, that's kind of hooking it up. Do you know what I mean? That's not. I was doing it that way, but if you do it that way, it actually lifts the window up a bit. So if I can get it a bit more over, I could do with another one of these over this side. Right, so that's now probably far enough. If I was to twist that now, have I gone the right way or the wrong way? Oh, I don't know which way I'll put it in. Oh no. I don't know if that bit's going this way or that way, you know, the Allen key bit. Right, now let's try to pull it back and tilt it this way to see whether or not I could free it up. Actually, do you know what? This isn't going to be long enough. This isn't going to be long enough to actually get over to there. Let's measure. Yeah, obviously it's nowhere near. So look, I'm coming in down here and I'm wanting to turn, but that's nowhere near this part here. I need to get it all the way over to there. But you see, it needs to go in here and then it needs to dodge that as well. This is an absolute nightmare. I think I'm going to have to drill a hole. So then I can drill a hole on the inside and then push that through. I mean, am I even going to be able to drill a hole there? No, I'm not, because this is going to be in the way, isn't it? Yeah, because that's going to be... How deep does that go? In that hole? That's going to be a nightmare. Because I have to get something in so it can push it right in past this metal so it can come out. What an absolute nightmare. I wonder what professionals do here. Some people did say about removing the actual glass, then it makes it more flexible. On this, the glass beading is on the inside. Maybe I should try that. I'm just a bit worried that I'm going to end up smashing the glass. What a headache. Right, let's see if the beading can come out. There we go. How does it come out? Is it just force? Maybe you do it from the middle and it pops out from the either side. Oh, come on. Why won't that come out? It seems to be stuck at the corners. Maybe I have to do the top one first. Really, I could do with getting this blind out. Oh, that swivels up. Right. Okay, let me put these somewhere safe. I think they put the beading on the inside again for security, because I think years ago what people used to do is pop these out. Obviously they had the knack, I haven't, and they would be on the outside, and then they could just remove the pane and have nice easy access inside. No, I haven't got the leverage up there to, this is in the way. Yes. There we go. Excellent. Oh, you can see all the spaces that have been put in there. Right, brilliant. One down. Hopefully now these will be easier because they're not going to be held in by, you know, by each other. There's obviously a technique to it that I don't know. There we go. I wonder, is that the... oh, do you have to leave... what's... oh, it's this little lip that's holding it in. Ah. Okay, I think I might have it. 1 second now, let's see if I can do that here. So let's just get that up higher. And let's try to get that lid out over. There we go, yeah. Right, okay. It's that little lip here that actually holds it in. So there's, you can see where the brown bit's facing, but then there's a sort of darker brown bit on the inside, and it's that groove in here which gets held in with that bit there. I think it just clips in behind there. There we go. Excellent, right. So now, how easy, oh God, I hate messing with glass. How easy is this going to be to take out? I suppose I better make a note of where all the spaces are. Mind you, if they're packed in, it shouldn't really matter, should it? Because even if the window wasn't in dead straight, it's covered up with the beading, so I don't think it's that important. I wonder, could I grip it with some pliers? Yes, I can. Yeah, it's much easier like this because they're, again, because they're grooved, they want to slot in this way, not move left and right. Now, I presume these are still stuck in. So it's going to have to get a push from the other side. Right, I'm going to have to get somebody to help me here. Right, okay, I've got my mate wife on the go there. Look at that, it should be a face reveal, but because it's obscured glass, you still can't see what she looks like. Right, okay, you ready? Harder than that. Harder. Yeah, and move your hand up to the top. That's it, keep going, keep going. It's coming. Come up. Yes, well done, perfect. Thank you very much. Ta-da! We've done it, and I haven't broken it. Let me put it somewhere safe. Oh, how happy am I? And you get to see some nice wooded area. Hopefully a few birds. Maybe a bit of shouting if you're lucky. Right now, okay, let's remove all this stuff here. Oh, I'm so happy that that's out. Now, I know it would be just easier to get somebody out to do it, but at least this way you kind of you start to understand more the mechanism and stuff off the window. So now, I still don't think this is going to be easy to manipulate at all. I don't think that's not going to want to come out. See, I suppose if I was too rough, you're going to get the plastic wells in the corner are just going to break. I wonder if I was to drill through, no, I wouldn't be able to drill through there. I've got to remember to keep it waterproof. I just wonder if I was to drill through the plastic thing here, would I then be able to move it across? Tell you what though, let me just try this, just in case. With all the messing it's become, just in case it could free itself up with the forcing. Do you know what? It's a good design for security, but an awful design to be repaired, isn't it? An awful design to be repaired. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! Yes! What's happened there? The bolt has, no, the bolt, do you know what? The bolt must have moved in a tiny bit. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes! Amazing. Right, okay, handle landed right on my kneecap. Okay, let's go outside now and see if we can work out what's going on. Do you know what? I'd like to say that was skill. That was pure and utter fluke. I don't know why it suddenly popped open like that, but it did. How bizarre. So I've just temporarily put the handle back on so I can move it from the outside, and yeah, have a look here. When the handle dropped onto my kneecap, it did that to the wall beforehand. Nice. Okay, so we have this here. Is that still working? Right, that doesn't seem to be moving much now at all. But it is moving this side, but just not much. Only a tiny bit. While this side is moving all the way. So why is this only moving a tiny bit this side? I wonder how I take out this mechanism here. I do see that we have a screw here. Maybe I should just start undoing screws. I'm just a bit worried that I'm not going to be able to get it back together. you know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to see if I can actually take the window out, because I'm struggling here. I can't work out what's going on. I can see there's screws on the hinges. I'm going to see if I undo them whether the window will come out. Just going to have a look on the inside. Yeah, there's another one up here. Here we go. We've done it. Yippee! Right, let's bring it over to the blue mat and see if we can fix it up. Okay, I think I need a bigger blue mat. It's amazing, the window's only small, but look at the space it takes up. Right, okay, so now, how am I going to get into this mechanism here? I wonder, are these just little sort of plastic plates? Let me see if they pry off. Do they go right the way in? To me, they look like they go in. So how does the windows come apart? I mean, I can see a load of screws here. What are they screwing into though? Now in real life, this fast forwarded bit probably took a good 20 or 30 minutes. I tried undoing those screws. I was trying to see how the mechanism works. I just couldn't work out how this thing comes apart, because everything just seems to be rock solid in there. I know that bits need to slide out of the channels, but they weren't sliding out of the channels. It seemed to me that I had to actually undo the chute bolts from the central mechanism. But no matter what I did, I read online that there should be a bayonet fitting. So in other words, you push them in and twist them a quarter turn and they should pop out. But these things weren't popping out. They weren't doing anything. Every time I did them counterclockwise, anti-clockwise, it was making the bolts longer. Every time I did them clockwise, so to the right, it was just screwing them into the window. So I could let you watch all of this, but to be honest with you, it's just me struggling with it for ages. So what I did is I was checking online. I was finding no information on this online whatsoever. But eventually, when I typed in Anglian windows, which is what these are, and I think these were fitted in the early 2000s, there was a couple of forums where people were having the same problem as me. It just shows you I've got this problem, and there would be thousands of other people in the UK, maybe even worldwide, that would have the same problem as well. And yeah, on one forum there was no answers at all, but then on another forum, one person did just say that the slidey plastic bits that move left and right do pop out. It was just, the question was, how do I get in here? Do these things pop out? And the answer was yes. So I didn't have much confidence in it, but that was the only thing I could go on. So eventually now in this bit, you see that at long last, but in real time this took a long time, at long last I did manage to get access to these chute bolts. So yeah, that's this bit here. Right, well, I typed in Anglian windows because that's what these are, and there was a forum where somebody was having the same problem as me, but it just ended. But one thing did say that they just pop out. So maybe I'm being too careful with it. Maybe I do just need to force them out. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's do the broken side. Which was the broken side again? Broken side was this side here. Let's do this one, because then if it breaks, I'm not bothered about this side anyway. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Excellent, that's popped. There we go, fantastic. Again, when you know and it's easy. Oh, it screws into here. Ah, do you see that? I thought that bolt went right the way to here, it doesn't. This thing moves in and out, which attaches onto the plastic, and the bolt here screws into this thread here. Oh, it all makes sense now. Well, hopefully this video will help other people out, because this in the UK there must be loads of windows like this fitted, you know, like 20 years ago now that are starting to fail. Fantastic news. Right, okay, let's be brave on this side as well, and let's get this side out. And whilst I'm being brave over on this side of the window, let's give a shout out to the My Mate Vince Massive. And this month the members are kitdigital.com, Kip Hakes, Max Rokotansky, Having Fun Repairs, Ellensburg Amplifier Repair and Service, Will Michaelis, Chris Seal, Felipe at MrKeeves.com, King Kurd from Lowbook Auto Sales, DJVG, Robert from Timsy's Auto Air, Albert at www.faroutsounds.co.uk, Stuart Park, Ellis Garbett, Pigsy, Braden Butts from Connecticut, and the My Mate Vince fan club over on Facebook. If you are interested in some of my previous fixes, then they're being given away bit by bit over on the My Mate Vince fan club over on Facebook. I believe the next one up is the Nightmare Green Frog Band, and that's going to be given away over Easter. Why you would want them in your house, I don't know, but if you do, head on over there. Really is incredibly hard. Fantastic. Now, yes! So I just need a new one of these. Right, let's clean it up. Let's see if we can actually fix this one. Find out what is actually wrong with it. Right now, let's see if we can work out what's going on here. So, when we turn the handle, we're not going enough. This isn't moving enough. Well, to be fair, that seems to be moving fine. It's this one that's not moving. What's going on here? Is it because this thing here's come out? That's not central anymore. That's what's happened, isn't it? This thing here's got too much play on it. That's what it is. Look. When I do that, look at that. There's full movement now. Yeah? Ah, that's what it is. This is broken here. Why is that broken? And can it be fixed? So if I was to forcefully hold that there now, can we still move it? I think we can. It's kind of hard to tell. When it's like that, you can see this is moving fine, and that goes all the way in, yeah? And that side was the good bolt. This is the side here which has failed. It's not being pushed all the way in. It's got that much play in it. I'm surprised that it worked at all. You know, how I could open up the middle one. Do you know what? Maybe the middle one was slightly faulty as well. I just didn't realise it. And with all my prying, maybe I freed up the middle one. Yeah. So we got that much play. And that corresponds to this movement here. Right, okay. See, what I'm thinking is... No, I was going to say I could take the mechanism out of another window, but I don't really want to. How much work would that be? No, it wouldn't be much work, would it? No, it wouldn't be much work. I could swap it for a window that doesn't get used very often. I've got a window inside that goes to like a porch that is never opened. I think I'm going to get a Dremel. I think I'm going to cut here, here, if I cut there and there, I might be able to fold them in a bit. And maybe, I think I'm going to cut little cuts around it. And I might be able to push them down back onto here without affecting... Mind you, it's just going to foul the outer one, isn't it? I need metal to go from here into here. Do you know what I mean? I need new bits of metal to go from here into here. But I'm not going to be able to weld them onto that, because I haven't got a welder. What can I do here? I've got to be careful because I don't want to break it completely. You know, if I bash this in and then that outer wheel doesn't move, because we've got an outer wheel in there, and it looks like it's got, can you see it's got like cogs on? Yeah, and those cogs I think go round, and that's what grips into here. In fact, you can see one of the cogs there. That's the cog there, you see. I wish I had like a plug that I could fit in there. I'll show you what I mean. Right, so in my bag of rubbish here, I've got this thing, which is almost the right size. So, if I was to Dremel through here to make it a bit smaller, that could fit in there. It would be like a collar on the inside. That might work. Something like, look, imagine if this was metal and that was pushed in there like so. To be fair, even that might work as it is, but there's still quite a bit of play on the inside. So how much play has that got now? Very little. Can you see what I mean? Imagine if that was metal. Would it work? How much play have we got? I'll tell you what this is from, a cheap shelf, basically a shower shelf, and this goes through the glass, and then there's like a rubber, a little sort of see-through rubber washer and a screw that go in this side. And I thought to myself, no point in keeping that, is there? But I thought, nah, do you know what, I'll throw it in here, and look, it's almost perfect. If that was just a little bit bigger, that would be perfect. I wonder if I was to put this in here, so cut through the middle here, I don't even know what this is from, put that in there, then put that in on top. Would that fill it up more? Because that would be, yeah. Okay, I've got my goggles. I've got my Having Fun Repairs Dremel. Oh, it just flew off. Never needed one of these before, but now that I've got one, it's coming in use for loads of little projects. And I'm going to grind through here. I'm going to grind a section out of it. Then hopefully it might be enough to actually fit in that hole. So maybe if I grind out 2 lines to begin with. Ooh, I think we might be getting there. Mind you, it is widening up here. What do you think? I might not even need the other part of it now. Is that going to stay? Well, I think I'm going to leave it at that because I've gone right the way to the bottom. If you have a look in here, can you see it's gone to the very bottom here? So if I grind that now, just slightly proud, then maybe that will mimic what was there beforehand. You know what I love this Dremel tool. There we go. Right, let's try to neaten that up. Now that can't fall out there, can it? Should we put that in on top of it? I suppose if we put that in on top and try to glue that in. What a repair! Oh my. What a bodge, but what a repair. I don't even think I'm going to glue that because that's not going to come out. Right, I think that's going to work, but what I'm going to do is, we know that's not going to be as good as a fully working lock. Well, I don't think it is anyway. I think I'm going to take one out of another window. I'm going to show you it now. It's never been used. And then, you see, it will still work, but at least now we know the downstairs toilet, which is going to get opened all the time, will work. But I'm really happy with that bodge there. Right, so this is in the hallway, and this window here just goes out to the sort of like porch area that must have been added after this window was put in. And this also has the same locks that shoot out, the same chute bolts. So I really don't see the point of having that. That would never ever be opened. Even on a hot day that doesn't get opened. So I think I'm going to take apart that one there in situ, so I know what to do now. Undo the handle, prise down those slidey bits, and that will take it out. And then I can just put the bad lock in this one and use the good lock in the other bathroom. I'm going to do that all off camera now because this video is probably long enough, and it's just going to be a reversal of what I did before. Obviously I'm having to get the window in, the spaces and stuff. If I run across any problems, of course I will let you know. The only bit I'm worried about is putting in these bits here. I think you're supposed to have a rubber mallet to put those bits in there, but maybe I can make do with a block of wood and a hammer, something like that. But if I break anything, if I smash anything, I'll let you know. I'll start filming again, and hopefully next time you see it, everything will be working good again. Okay, problem number one. So remember there's a screw that you have to undo here to get like the end corner cap off. Well, obviously this is butted up right against a wall, isn't it? But it can be done. I've started doing it. What I've got is just a bit here, and I'm putting the bits in here, and then I'm using pliers to undo the bits. And right now you can see that I've undone it a few millimeters. So I've just got another probably 4 or 5 millimeters to go, and then I'll be able to take that off. And then when it comes to doing it up, I'm going to have to again do it by hand to begin with, and then just put this in, turn it by hand, and then use pliers when I can't do it by hand no more. Right, so this is the faulty lock on the other window now, and amazingly, it's working. So you can see now, nice and sturdy, the chute bolts are coming out, and if I open it up, and the lock's working as well, you know, when you turn the key in here. So yeah, there we go. You can see the chute bolt's fully in there, and I've managed to get that side in there as well. If we throw the handle down, you can see the chute bolt comes out here, and also shoots out here as well. So now let's put the good lock in the downstairs toilet. Right, we're nearly there now. So this is the good lock, and yeah, it's just amazing how much easier it is when you know. So basically, let me just do this little bit on the camera. So I'm lining this up with that part there. This is in the open position, so the bolt needs to be just past this area here. So if I put it around about there, remember they can always be screwed out anyway. To make them for the final adjustments. So that's in there like so. Tap that there, get the hammer, tap it in, tap it into place there. Then we're going to get this little cover strip, and that clips in like so. Move it along a little bit, not much, hold on. There we go. Now get the end piece on. Like so. So what was a complete mystery to me earlier is now completely clear. So it means if I ever need to do work on these windows again in the future, I'll be able to do it. While if I got somebody else in, yes, I could have relaxed today and not had the stress of it, but then I'm still none the wiser. And also by recording the video, I don't think many people watch it because of the length of it, but if they do, and they do have these windows, then they might have an option then to understand it more than what I did. So yeah, but anyway, there we go. And now if we put it down here like so, you can now see bolt out here and bolt out here, and this is the new lock. And I don't think this lock would have had much use at all. So I really do think that this is going to be a lasting repair. See, that's sticking out a little bit there. I'm going to wind that in a little bit. So let's wind that in a little bit. There we go. You can now see that we're clear here. Right, I think I'm going to glaze it again while it's on the mat here, because I think it'd be easier. So what I'll do is I'll film it, but I'm not going to do any talking or anything. But if anything breaks, i.e. the glass smashes, then at least it will be on camera. And I know you lot will enjoy that. Right, of course, one side's smooth and one side has these kind of grips on them. So it's the smooth side that goes against the window and the grips go against the white corner pieces. And it kind of allows you to push it in, but not out. Like so. Luckily, this is smooth on both sides, so the kind of rough bit is on the inside bits of the glass, because you must always have the rough part on the inside, because I think it attracts a lot of dirt and stuff if you have the rough part on the outside with all the rain and everything. But here it doesn't make a difference. Right, by far the hardest part is trying to get this bottom bit in. So what I've been doing is I've been bending it out here, trying to get each side in. And I think it's ready to go. See, when you're not used to it, you don't know how much strength you can put against the glass. Right, that one definitely went in there. Is that in there? It's just this side looks a little bit proud, but I think, I'm not sure if it was perfect even before I attempted anything. There we go, excellent. Right, amazingly we have it in and the bolts are working either side. So now I need to get this fitted. Hopefully it will be job done. We have finished. It's all gone back in. It went in okay. The only hard part was because of the glazing made it a lot heavier, but I'm glad I did the glaze on the blue mat because I think there would have been a good chance of smashing it if I did it in situ there. But because of the glazing, it made it heavy. It was quite hard to get the window back in, but it was fine with two people. I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself, but I just got my wife to hold it on the outside, and then I just put the 3 screws in this side, 3 screws in this side, and now it's back in and working perfectly. And because this lock has had little use, I think it will work for many, many more years. So you already seen the one working in the hallway, which is the one that we actually repaired. But now, look here, that's working there. Now it's open it up here. Whee! Fantastic. And if you have a look here, can we see the bolts, or do I have to go outside? Let me go outside. You're really not going to see them. There you go. You can see that going in and out there, and in and out there as well. Well happy. So that's it. If anybody's curious, this is my son's pup painting, finished now. So yeah, this is it all done. I know a few people have seen it in other in other ones and it was unfinished, but it's all finished now and all signed up here, 2022. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe for more weird and wonderful videos. Take care.